So here we have the impact of aging, the physical impact of aging. So the first impact we have is cardiovascular disease. This significantly increases as we get older, the risk increases as we get older, and partly this is due to changes in our body. So the heart size increases, the walls thicken, the arteries become clogged, pacemaker cells, which kind of keep the rhythm of the heart going, we lose those. So it becomes more likely that we are going to suffer heart. We also, as a result, lose independence because of heart conditions. It can lead to depression, reduced mobility, but it can also be quite encouraging for older people and encourage them to have a more active and healthier lifestyle in order to stay fit. Degeneration of nervous tissue is also linked to aging and is a significant change in our body. So one of the things that happens is the tissue that passes messages along the spinal cord around the brain lose their ability to send messages effectively. This can lead to short-term memory loss, decline and reduction of reflexes. It can lead to issues of speech, and this also has connections to Parkinson's disease, which again is linked to loss of neurons and the brain being able to control physical movement. And this generally sort of happens around the age of 60, and it can lead to triggers, mobility issues, and also some cognitive and thinking skill issues. Degeneration of the sense organs. So this is our key senses. So I've got taste and smell, touch, sight, and hearing. As we get older, our senses weaken for various reasons. So for example, taste and smell, the taste buds, the smell receptors in our nose, on our tongue, they become less effective. So that reduces our ability to taste food. It reduces our ability to smell odors. So for example, out-of-date food. And this could in turn have an impact on the body because we lose our appetite or we can't detect danger. Touch reduced senses because again the cells, the signals moving around our body slow down, so again we're less sensitive, less aware of heat and cold changes. That could lead to more likely to get burns, and we're also less likely to pick up on injuries and wounds, which again could be sort of prone to getting infections. Our sight reduces. This could be due to stuff like cataracts, peripheral vision reduces, and general sight loss. And lastly, hearing. So we lose our hearing as our sort of hearing senses become weaker, but also the fluid in our ears begins to sort of stiffen, and again that can lead to balance issues. We also might be more likely to experience sort of hearing related issues like tinnitus. We have osteoarthritis and nutrition next. Again, lots of change here. So osteoarthritis is the rubbing of the joints, particularly like bones and where you have two large bones meeting and there's a lot of movement. So knees, I think, would probably be a key one there. So what happens is the cartilage between the bones wears thin. The bones then begin to rub against one another. This can lead to tissue swelling, pain in the joints, damage to other tissue around the joint. It can create issues with walking, climbing stairs, and overall mobility. Nutrition also becomes more significant because we already know we lose our sense of taste. That affects our appetite, but also our body's less efficient at breaking down the food we eat. So we're less likely to pull out the minerals and nutrients, the vitamins that we need from the food. And again, in response to that, our body can develop illnesses such as anemia or osteoporosis because of the lack of nutrients we have from our food. Dementia does overlap a little bit with the degeneration of nervous tissue, and again it's linked with functions of the brain becoming reduced, and partly it's because of signals not moving around the brain because of build-up of other proteins and cells within the brain. It can also be triggered by strokes. It can be lifestyle related, age related, and Alzheimer's also comes under this category. It does generally happen to people over the age of 65. Signals don't move around the brain as efficiently, and there are lots of more serious effects of Alzheimer's, such as routine memory loss, difficulty completing tasks, impairment of thinking, language barriers, and self-care issues. And lastly, illness and aging. As we get older, our body is less efficient at doing its job of protecting itself, so we're more likely to get illnesses, infections. Emotionally, we might become more distressed by losing control, being frail, being incontinent, communication barriers. We lose our memory, decision-making skills, and we may be more likely to experience isolation and loneliness.